Welcome to Alpha Insights. I'm Mike. Today we're digging into copper and why one North American project is suddenly getting a lot of attention. Joining me is Jessica. Great to have you back. And remember, if you have questions as we go, you can ask us at stockalpha.ai.
Thanks, Mike. Good to be here.
So Jessica, headline first. Why is copper such a hot topic right now? I keep hearing that the world needs a bunch of new mines.
Right. The short version is demand is changing structurally. Electric vehicles, grid upgrades, and renewable builds all need a lot more copper than older systems. Analysts now say roughly 10 large new copper mines will be required over the next decade just to keep up with that demand.
10 new big mines. Wow. That's a pretty stark number.
Yeah, it is. And on top of that, you've had some immediate supply problems. For example, one large mine lost about a year of production recently, and that kind of disruption matters because the market doesn't have a lot of extra capacity sitting around.
What are the analyst forecasts saying? Because I've seen a few different figures thrown around.
Analysts have put some pretty clear numbers on it. J.P. Morgan forecasts a refined copper shortfall of about 330,000 tons in 2026, and Bank of America has scenarios where prices could push past $13,000 per ton by 2027. Those are not small shifts.
That's a big gap, especially with long permitting times.
Exactly. Permitting is a major bottleneck. In the United States, the average timeline to bring a new mine online can be around 29 years in many cases. And some of the big projects in Chile, which have historically supplied a lot of copper, aren't expected to come online much before 2028 at the earliest. So the window to act is compressed.
Which brings us to Schaft Creek. Tell me why this project is being talked about as a near-term solution.
Schaft Creek stands out because it's one of North America's largest undeveloped copper-gold porphyry deposits, and it already has several important pieces in place. There are proven reserves and geotechnical work completed, milestones many greenfield projects haven't reached. Operational readiness matters when supply is tight.
And the ownership structure matters too, right?
Right. The project has a 75% partner in an Anglo-Teck consortium that has committed 750 million Canadian dollars toward British Columbia copper development. Copper Fox holds the other 25%. That kind of partner capital and mining expertise can materially shorten the path from resource to refined metal, especially compared with starting from scratch.
So the idea is that when a project is already engineered and partner-backed, it can move faster than a completely new one.
Exactly. Developers with a credible technical foundation attract capital, offtake interest, and eventually refinery partnerships. In a market facing an acute deficit, that optionality becomes valuable. Analysts note that a successful pre-feasibility study this year could trigger heightened merger and acquisition activity, more offtake talks, and increased investor attention toward Copper Fox.
Interesting.
And to add to that, policy is shifting in a supportive direction. Governments want domestic critical mineral supply chains for clean energy and defense, which can help speed approvals and unlock public-private funding in strategic places like British Columbia. That policy tailwind, combined with private capital, is significant.
Right.
But it's important to be realistic. Schaft Creek is not a silver bullet. The world will still need more than one or two new projects. What this project offers is a rare combination of scale, technical readiness, and partner backing, qualities that matter when timelines are tight.
Quick note for listeners. We can't give advice on what to do with individual stocks, but this is definitely a development analysts are watching.
Exactly. This is informational. The market implications are clear, though. If prices move toward the scenarios analysts are talking about, it makes economics on near-term projects and expansions more attractive, which tends to accelerate capital flows and strategic deals.
Got it. Before we wrap, any final thoughts on timing and what to watch next?
Watch the pre-feasibility study outcomes, any new capital commitments or offtake agreements, and how regulators respond to project timelines. Those three signals will tell you whether a project like Schaft Creek might actually shorten the timeline to meaningful new supply.
Great. All right, let's summarize.
Sure.
Key takeaways?
1. Demand from electrification and grids means the market likely needs roughly 10 large new copper mines over the next decade. 2. Short-term supply shocks and long permitting timelines have compressed the window, making shovel-ready, partner-backed projects especially valuable. 3. Schaft Creek is notable because of its scale, existing technical work, and a major capital commitment. But it is not the lone solution. It's one important piece of a broader supply response.
Perfect. If you have questions about anything we discussed today, you can ask us directly at stockalpha.ai. We answer listener questions live. And for more market insights, head over to stockalpha.ai. Jessica, thanks for breaking that down.
Thanks, Mike. Talk soon.